show you the latest alternate games that we've just added to the game. So to get to the alternate games menu, you have to go to settings. So I'm going to open the coin door, and we're going to go into settings and standard, and we go to alternate games menu. And by default it's disabled because mainly this is more like a free play type of thing, and if you're putting this game in a location, you'd probably want to leave it disabled. But we'll go ahead and turn it on. So it's just saying long press start, so that's how you get to the alternate game. So it's either disabled or long press start. So I'm going to put it on long press start, close the coin door. So now I'm going to hold the start button down for 5 seconds. That's what we consider the long press. And now that that menu is enabled, it's going to open up this menu. We're still in beta testing, so we haven't actually, at the time of recording this video, we haven't released the game yet. So it should be soon though. But as you can see, that screen that's in the background is our same screen from No Good Gofers. So we're going to change that. So you have the normal game, which we were just in. It was in the attract mode. You can play the original Black Rose game here, and then we have 3 different alternate games that are of the Black Rose Skull and Bones. So we got a 2 versus 2, and just like it says on the bottom of the screen, players 1 and 3 versus playing 2 and 4. So you know the scores, those 2 scores would add together. Same thing, 3 versus 1. The whole idea is players 1, 2, and 3, all their scores add together against player 4. The one I want to show you now, it's called Plunder, and the idea here is that it's a 4-player game. All of these are 4-player games, these bottom 3, and when you hit start, it's going to start a 4-player game automatically. And the idea with Plunder is that whatever player you are, if you're player 1, player 2, you get to choose one of the other players' scores to plunder. So whenever you score, their score goes down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit start. We're going to play Plunder. It's going to start a 4-player game, and it says here Plunder, Pirate 1 plunders Pirate 2. So I'm going to push my flipper buttons, and the instructions are right on the screen. Use flipper buttons to select, use fire button to choose. So I can flip over. Let's assume that player 4 is really good. Typically he scores a lot, so we're going to start off. Pirate 1's going to start off plundering him. Hit the locked arm button, and it starts.
Shoot the to start your adventure.
Your blade is sharp.
So what you saw happen there, out of the 4 players scores, player 1 score and player 4 score are exact inverses of each other. One is player 4 is negative. So let's see, player 2 under player 3. I'm not necessarily going to go through a full just play real briefly, actually.
Shoot the broadside.
Gunpowder.
Behind the game. So, plundered player 3. He could choose. Again, he can choose to plunder anybody but himself. So, player 1's in the lead. Player 1.
their luck like pirates coal.
So player one had scored some when during his turn. Now he's actually negative. So player four is going to plunder just because that's the highest score. Player one.
Shoot the broadside.
The key is that each ball you can choose a player, even on extra. If you get an extra ball, different player to plunder. So when we first chose, Pirate 1 had chose Pirate 4. Well, Pirate 4 is negative now, and I'm Pirate 1, so I could pick somebody different this time. So I'm going to pick Pirate 2, right? And every player gets to pick somebody different as the game progresses. Now, the interesting thing about that is that
Shoot broadside. Start your adventure.
it really extends when you're in the game. For example,
Stone and fire.
so for example, if we're on ball 3, let's say you're player 1 and you're in second place at that point, right? So a lot of times if you were playing a game, you're in second place, you've just played your ball, the guy who's in first place still has to play yet, you figure, okay, I lost, right? Because I'm already out. He's already beating me. But in this particular game, that's not the case, because depending on who plunders who, if one of the other players plunders that person who's in first place, their score is going to go negative. You could still win the game, right? So that's one of the keys is it's really not over until, you know, unless you're like massively negative and you're in fourth place, then you're probably, you know, there's no way you're going to make it. But if you're in second or third, you still got a shot, because depending on who the other players plunder. All right, so that's it for this video.